is Henny Espinosa with Just Wish Foundation. Today we are joined by Jessica Farb, Deputy Director for the Immigration Center for Women and Children. Now, this nonprofit organization provides free and affordable immigration services to underrepresented immigrants in California and in Nevada. Thank you so much for joining us on Just Wish Foundation, Jessica.
Thanks for having me.
So, Jessica, tell us about the history of ICWC and why there was a need for your services in the West Coast.
Sure. ICWC was founded 20 years ago in 2004 when there was a great need for low-fee services for immigrants who were victims of crime, survivors of humanitarian-based forms of crimes and needing humanitarian-based forms of relief. There were basically just free services and then very expensive law firms, and there was nothing in between. And so ICWC was founded and was able to provide support pro bono to many immigrants. And then eventually, as we got our more well-known and had a great reputation, we were able to get funding so that many of our services now are free.
Oh, great. And of course, we know California and Nevada, a big makeup of the population really are immigrants. And so these services are very much needed. So your mission to provide security and stability for immigrant children who are abused, abandoned, and neglected, how is your organization able to help them?
Sure, yeah. Since the start, we've been working on a special visa called Special Immigrant Juvenile Status Visa for youth who have come to this country because of abuse or abandonment or neglect by one or both of their parents. And we're able to help them by going into state court, either here in California or in our office in Nevada, and showing to the state court that this child has experienced this trauma. Then, with the state court's determination that this is true, we're able to go to USCIS, the Administrative Arm of Immigration, and provide proof that they're eligible for this special visa, which in turn provides a path to legal permanent residency, a green card, and ultimately to citizenship.
And it's not just the children that you guys are helping, it's also the women and men. Another mission of yours is to come to the aid of immigrant men and women who are survivors of domestic violence, sexual assault, and other violent crimes. How are they being helped?
So for the adults and sometimes even children in that situation, but they may apply for the most common form of relief is called the U visa. And in that manner, we will help them after the crime has occurred to provide evidence and proof to immigration that they have been victims of that crime, survived it, and have provided law enforcement with their help. So they've been cooperative in the investigation or prosecution of this crime. And then they're also able to find a form of relief in terms, it starts out as called deferred action, and later it's a legal status called non-immigrant status, which comes with a work authorization and a path to permanency here in the US.
So it's not just immediate help. This is really allowing them to get long-term help. And of course, that path to citizenship is really key. Okay, so let's talk about the other community resources that are available to them. How does your organization connect them to these resources?
Yeah, well, fortunately, we now have social workers on staff in many of our offices, and we are able to connect clients with other community-based organizations, many of whom we've formed relationships over the years, or we simply have information about them and are able to connect them so that not just their immigration legal needs are served, but they're served in all variety of help, whether it's housing or getting medical assistance or therapy.
That's great. And this is where community partnerships are really important because, if everyone's working together, then the help is really tremendous and life-changing for so many people. Okay, so let's talk about the undocumented immigrants who are struggling with everyday life, especially during health emergencies. Are they able to get the help that they need?
Fortunately, we're able to identify for most of our clients someone in our community who can help them when they're going through these emergencies. In particular, in California, we can now help our clients sign up for Medi-Cal ourselves and just we can fill out the form, but more importantly, legally, as of this year, anyone is able to apply for Medi-Cal status. We're really in tune with, which places we need to direct our clients when they have emergencies.
Jessica, let's talk about your volunteers. and how they play a big role in your programs and efforts.
Yeah, so we have had many variety of volunteers over the years, and most crucially, the volunteers who have legal experience, like law students or maybe attorneys who are looking to provide some pro bono assistance and do something different. We have been able to involve them in our representation and have them come into the office and learn our practice and work on cases. So we've also had staff who, or not staff, but volunteers who help our staff in terms of the administration wing of things. So if there's not a legal expertise, then if volunteers are able to commit to a certain amount of time to volunteer, then we're able to kind of train them up on certain pieces of where we can use support. And that's been really wonderful and helpful to be able to have that extra help on cases.
With your community partners, Jessica, tell us what you guys have planned, maybe how you plan to keep continuing your services or maybe expand your services. You know, if there's enough support from the community, tell us what's in store for your organization.
It's never ending, and we just want to be able to help as many people who are eligible for the forms of relief that we specialize in be able to apply for those forms of immigration relief. And so from different areas, we are trying to get to these goals of, you know, universal representation would be the vision, but in that way, just really focusing on those who are aspiring attorneys. Like, you want to be an immigration attorney, don't you? So really getting the message out there of this impactful area and really gratifying work so that we can get more and more people who can contribute to it so we can provide more support.
That's great because, you know, immigrants, there are so many that really want to fulfill that American dream and are really wanting to contribute to the United States, be, you know, assets to this country and, you know, coming here. And sometimes you face so many challenges. I'm an immigrant myself, and it's good to know that there's a network, there's a group of people that will support you. It could be confusing sometimes to get to that path to citizenship, but knowing that there is an organization that supports them and guides them, we have to applaud you guys for that. And for us at Just Wish Foundation, we truly value that kind of work in the community. And Jessica, we want to do our part to help support you guys. And we hope that others get to hear about your story and get to know about your work as well, and will do their part to help in any way they can, whether it's through volunteerism or through supporting you guys monetarily, or just be that partner in the community, because really it's all about community partnerships, like I said. But for our part, we're just happy that we can help in our own way. And thank you so much for telling us about your organization. Thanks, Jessica. Thanks so much.
Bye.
Thanks and bye.